Hey guys, Stephen Myers Paranormal. Today we're going to do part 13 in our series of cemeteries hidden in plain sight. I was driving down the highway and we saw a sign, follow the road, and what did we find? A cemetery. This one's called Langston Cemetery, about 20 minutes from the house or so. It's a really old one and it's got some pretty angel statues and stuff, so you come along with us as we explore. So as you can see, most cemeteries that are down in valleys are going to be up on tall hills or mountainsides, and this one's no different. It goes way down. But here's a sign to our cemetery. It's hard to kind of tell it with the sky in the background there. It's like a fence. So all we're going to do is walk around and explore some of the graves, show you the stones, and show you some of the interesting stones that we find, and we'll just kind of walk and shout out like this. Cullen Moore Colbert, Private U.S. Army Air Forces, World War II, died in 95. I heard that too, something's playing around. And right here we have Dowdy Condon Collins, Corporal U.S. Army Air Forces, World War I. He died in 99. And then I have just a couple of markers that are just kind of over here. I'm not sure what they're about. Have Browns, Cabanis, the White family, Hodgins and Foley, and then we have Our Lady's Angel. It has a little plaque here. She was donated in 2011. And they have these little planter boxes. Of course, right now with it being this time of year, the flowers are dead, but normally have real pretty plants. And she's a beautiful little angel. It's a pretty good sized place. Of course, we have our United States flag, prisoner of war mission in action. Nix. Got a little fireman there. They was chief or something, fire chief. We have a above ground burial here. If I'm not mistaken, this is a cemetery that has the iron cover. It's shaped like a casket, but it's not a casket. It's just a cover. Sarno family. Roger Dean Hill, Private U.S. Army, died in 2020. Has their photos when they first got together. Have the Hance family. Little. Coolza. Pruitt. Connie Smith. This one's special looking. It's like a chunk of concrete. And then it has an iron plate with her name, birth date, death date. And then it has this little angel decoration. And it's kind of shaped as though it's like a casket, a coffin top. Real pretty. And then we have Littles. Got a pretty photo there. And we have the Odells. Real pretty. And we have a McBride. Must have been a woodsman. And they got a set of horns with an arrow there. Real pretty. We got Wilson. This place is so big it's kind of hard to figure out how to cover it, but we'll get her done. Daniel's family. Wathington. Bowman. Woodward. Little child. Little baby. Pretty. And we got the Rains. Chester Rains and Russell. Got another Rains. Got Michaels. It's an old cemetery here. Dang, this one fell over. It's the King family. James Jerry King, 1900 to 1945. His stone fell off the base. To me, I think somebody knocked that over because that shouldn't have just fell over like that. It wasn't leaning that bad. And we got King Bailey. Oh, King Baby. Doesn't have a name. We got the older section here. An infant. Can't really read the dates on that one, but this one's 1884. Another infant. 1904. Davis. And then we got This is a large stone with some of the little footstones here with their names. This one's the prettiest one. It has 3 crosses. Down there we have another angel. The Evans family, 1925, 1940, 1963. Cooper family. This says Goebel family. This whole plot here is probably reserved. We got the Moody's. Infant child died in 1930. (1929), 1948, 1956. We have a child's stacked stone right here we'll go check out. Boy, this one's pretty. James Moody, 1806 to 1894. It was broken and repaired, but repaired badly. Here's one of the stacked stone children's graves. We got the 3 crosses. We have Davis, 1872 burial. Got just a big stone here and here. This is a Davis from 1882. A lot of these look like Davis family. This is a Davis from 1875. This one is Second Sergeant Wilson L. Davis, Company D, 2 Alabama Infantry. 2nd Alabama Battle, Confederate States Army. And then we have some Chambers family. Just some random stones. This Chambers is A.C. Chambers, 1946. Ida Mae Wilbanks Chambers, 1960. We have Marvin and Emma Chambers, and they have an actual photo. We have the Price family. There it is right there. Stone family. This is a modern day. And then right here we have a Nichols, 1877. This is one of the. This one actually has writing in it. Wow. John Wesley Lewis, born 1846, died 1896. This is one of the rare ones. You don't actually see these that is that intact with the writing still on it. This one's broken. And here's another one that I have never in my life seen before. It's an iron top for a child's grave. It's in the shape of a coffin. So, I mean, look at how far above the ground that thing sits. I don't even know if there's a name that goes with it. It's supposed to have something else that goes around it and screws down, but I'm not sure what. And it doesn't have a name, but that is an infant's grave. And here's another one of the stacked stones with the marble. It's Martha Lewis, wife of L.T. Lewis. Departed 1879. Then, of course, it's got an epitaph that you'll have to read on your own because I can't hardly read it. And we have another that's just some pieces. 1887's the 1888 is the date of death on it. Just a few days. It was just a couple of days old. It was an infant. And we got cabanas. Cabanas. Another Lewis. Died in 1908. I think it's a mother here, a father, a baby in between, another baby, and then an infant son. Cabanas. Cabanas. Another cabanas. Got Arnold and Breland. This is a real pretty one. Vaughn. D.M. and Mary Vaughn. Real pretty little marker there. And then we have Albert Wright. He was also a Mason. Look at that. See, it's even got the border stone, footstone, and everything. And just to show you guys, inside of a stacked stone crypt, there is no body in there. It's just called a false crypt. So here's some more stacked stone false crypt burials. This one is Tillman Perry Davis, Private Company G4, Alabama Cavalry, Confederate States Army, 1915. And it looks, I'm not sure what this is, but this obelisk goes on top. And then this is his wife, Nancy G, died in 1899. Probably a child. Maybe a parent or something, I'm not sure. 1791 is the birth date. It's an old one. So it's a good one there, real pretty. $1940, it's a Taylor. And then we have the Morgan family. And then we have Saul Hargis, Corporal U.S. Army, World War II, died in 98. And we have Albert Hargis, Private 21 Company, 162 Depot Brigadier, World War I, died in 1971. And we have the Brelands. There's a few special ones at this cemetery that you don't see a lot of anymore. The iron false coffin cover was crazy. See some more of the Taylor family, all infants. We got the Grubbs, wife and a son there. See, this right here is the yucca plant. The flowers are you can use the flowers to make a tea with, and you can also use the root as well. But see, there's graves here. Got Campbell family. This one's from the 70s, 50s, the 50s. William M. Davis, Confederate States Army in 1889. Right here by the crosses. This is from 1880, Mrs. Frances Ellen Porter. James Welborn, 4th Alabama Cavalry, Confederate States Army, died in 1897. Got a whole little family right here. They're the Campbell family as well. The Martin family. Two, looks like twins. August 9th, 1890. Passed May 8th, 1891. Both of them. Twins. Lula and Lynn Martin, both boys. One, not both boys. One's a girl, one's a boy. Have the Maynard family, the Parker family, the Parker family. And we have a almost twin to the angel as we first come in. It's pretty, ain't she? Then we got James Thomas Thompson, Corporal U.S. Army, World War II, died in 1978. Let's see. Got the Hortons, a Woodman of the World burial here. See if we can't find a name on it. There we go. W.T. Davis, 1911 burial. Apparently, the way that Woodman of the World works is they would pay in part of their check every month, and they picked their stone, and when they passed, they would have their stone paid for. But they were lumberjacks, and I didn't even know they had that type of thing. Here, Autumn call them a name, but yeah, I know there's a Myers here. There's some family here. This is some of those interesting, like, coffin cover shape. See, this is Nina Goins and her husband Earl, but see, look, they're shaped like a coffin lid. Don't see a lot of those, but I do have family here. I remember from a time that we had come before, before we ever started filming for you guys. So this place is gonna make a good video, I think. Davis, Olive and J.M. Davis. And we have a Confederate States Army marker. James M. Davis, Confederate States Army, died in 1910. Had to be rich to be able to have a stone like that, because something like that was very expensive. Have a child, Edward Davis, 16. He's probably their child, is what I'm figuring. Eight 1966 burial. And we got I'm going to go inside this one. It's one big it's brick wall, and we'll see the family name on it in just a minute. We'll go in there and show you each of the 'em. And then we got this is the Moore family. W.P. Moore, 1916. Mary Ann Moore, 1922. Robert C., 1945. Alice, 1971. Then we come right here. F.A. Michaels, 1844 to 1855. And we have Mary E. Michaels, 1861 to 1918. And then we have Layla Olive Michaels. I'm not exactly sure why there's Michaels in here with the Moore family, but you never know. Could be married in or something, who knows. Got that closed back. We have another Stephen Wallace. This is a World War I veteran. Died in 1979. Ooh, these are really hard to read. 1930 is the date on one of them. 1925. 1981. Shavers, I think is the name. Then up here we have the Little family. Like nearly every one of these are Littles. This place is so big, if we stop and film each little grave, it would take forever. These are some homemade stones. John Matchin and his wife. Just some concrete stones. Davis again. A lot of these names that I'm seeing on these are still around today. I've heard of the Webbs, Moores, the Walters, all those. Stanfield, 1924. Phoebes Stanfield. Some pretty graves. The Odoms. Mary Odom has a Star of David on it. Charlie Cap Odom. Mary Kay Odom. We got a, let's see, Confederate States Army, I'm guessing. Wallace Angles. Private C1 Infantry, died in 1934. Or it had his birth date, but not his death date, because the Civil War was way after that. Paul Smith, World War II, died in 1977. A lot of Michaels, Vaught. This one is a base. Oh, never mind. It looked like a base. There's actually writing on it. Hensley, 1929. So, Tanners, Websters. Kind of just going through here showing y'all some of the ones that are interesting anyway. This one's real pretty. Tall cross, it says Smith. William and Melvin Smith. Catherine Marie Smith. Probably a mother and two sons or something. But just a real pretty cemetery here. Old cemetery. Toward the other end down there away from the car, that's actually the oldest part. It has a, here we go. Louis Armstrong, World War II, died in 1980. Got some of the Taylor family and Browns, the Ritchie family, Wilburn, Cavanagh, Simpson. I have another veteran here, which I think I've already done it. Yeah, I did. So, just a real pretty place here, quiet, off to itself. So, we appreciate y'all watching our video here, and appreciate y'all coming along on our little journey here. So, we'll film again for y'all another time. Thank you.